Hi everyone, welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great day. So this is a clip from a previously recorded video. This is a much shorter clip of it. But as always, not financial advice, for entertainment only. Do your own research. And I'm invested in closing companies. And if you enjoy this type of content, hit the like button, subscribe, helps me out tremendously. And let's get into the clip. So Digihost provides their operational update for the month of May. And here's what we have. Monthly production highlights for May. So they mined approximately 101 BTC. Of the 101 BTC mined, approximately 77 were self-mined, and the remainder under joint venture hosting partnerships. So those might be getting reported as assets instead of income or revenue. And then production of the BTC mined is expected to continue to ramp up over the remainder of the year as the company finalizes the infrastructure setup at its most recently acquired site. Infrastructure installation has been completed at the company's other two sites. So that's good news there. The company held cash, BTC, and cash deposits of approximately 2.7 million as of May 31st, which pretty much on par where it was on at the end of April as well. So that's good. And then consistent with management's ongoing commitment to avoid equity dilution for its shareholders, the company has continued to monetize a portion of its BTC production to fully fund its energy costs. They obviously don't provide how much they actually sold of that Bitcoin. So we're kind of guessing on those numbers when we look at the spreadsheet for them. The company did not purchase or sell any miners during the month, so that was okay. And then operational updates. As a result of the company's recent site acquisition in Q1 2023, Digihost consolidated operating capacity across its three sites has increased to approximately 100 megawatts, representing approximately 2 exahash of computing power. The company projects that the total capacity will be fully deployed by the end of Q3 2023. So that's only now, 4 months away. So that'll be a nice little bump there potentially for them as well. Okay, so that's what we have for them here. Let's take a look at the numbers that they represent. So when we look at Digihost right now, they got about 28.5 million shares outstanding. Stock price is $1.52. Market cap is about 43 million. They are one of the smaller miners here, along with DMG and Sphere 3D right now. They are at 913 petahash installed. They didn't provide that information. I'm guessing that's where they're at because they didn't provide any updates on it. Future hash rate right now that I have them at is at 1.1. We'll see if they purchase anything to get to the 2 exahash fully installed, or if they're going to be doing hosting as well on that one. And then, so they're approximately 79.8% operational right now. And let's see here. Bitcoin HODL, I'm guessing 19.28, somewhere on there. That gives us 530,000 in value. Plus, if they have cash and things like that, that could be them to the 2.1 million, whatever it was for that amount. BTC production here, you can see from last year of June, it has been going up and down, kind of like a little roller coaster ride. You can see here that with the network hash rate increasing, the production has been coming down without adding more miners. That's going to be always the impact on them. But it has increased here nicely to 77, and that's mostly, well, not mostly. The big contribution to it in May was obviously the network fees. Network fees are contributing a lot, about 20, 30%, depending on the miner, to their bottom line, basically, to their added revenue here. So that's why they had a nice increase there. Considering that they didn't install any more miners, network hash rate has increased, but yet they were able to produce more BTC, and that's based on the network hash rate, not the network transaction fees. Okay, you guys can take a look at these over here, monthly differences. So they mined 16 more, and like I said, that's based on the transaction fees. And their BTC per exahash efficiency has gone up to 84.33, which is good, which is going to be kind of in line with where the other miners are going to be at also. That has increased, but normally we've seen that coming down, and the reason for the increase here is the transaction fees as well. Okay, Bitcoin HODL, you can see here, kind of estimating here 19, like I said, Bitcoin sold. I'm guessing that they're selling majority of it, if not all, partially of it. We'll probably get an update on what they actually HODL when they report on Q2 results, I'm guessing. And that time we'll take a look at it. Other metrics here, you guys can take a look at those. We've talked about those in the past here. Hash rate has stayed the same here. Bitcoin mined revenue has increased as well, and that's mostly driven by the transaction fees. Let's see here, hash rate difference, no, nothing installed. Bitcoin sold value, you can see that as well, basically what they generated. Okay, now going down here, we know that they didn't install any miners or anything like that, so they were operating, based on the numbers they provided here, of 77 Bitcoins for basically their part. They generated about 2.1 million in revenue, I'm guessing, based on the average Bitcoin price for May. And looking at May here, I had to actually add 67,000 to that for the numbers to work out. And the reason for that is because of the increase in the network transaction fees, that is having an impact on the way my calculations run here. So I'm calculating it based on the 6.25 Bitcoins that are being rewarded to the miners right now, based on their hash rate and things like that. We get 900 Bitcoins roughly a day given out to the miners for securing the network. And based on my calculations, they were running for 31 days. They might have been running for a little bit less. They didn't report that. And the only way to get them to the 2.1 million is I had to add 67,000 basically for transaction fees. Okay, so that's kind of how that worked out. So you guys are aware of that. And then let's see, what else do we have here? I think that's it for that. Over here, we can see here that institutions-wise, we can see that institutions did increase a little bit here to 26 institutions, but shares stayed, well, shares actually went up a little bit here to 2.35 million instead of 2.33 million. So that is an increase of 8.24%. We still don't have a buy rating or sell rating, anything like that, or a price target for them from analysts or anything like that. So that's still the same. Now, given that they are at $1.52 right now, I have them at PE of 5, pretty low, right? And that's based on the last 3 quarters that we have information for in the current quarter that we're in, which is an estimated one. Total combined revenue for the current and last 3 quarters is going to be about 19 million. 50% net income from gross revenue. We're looking at $1.67 at PE of 5. Could they fetch a little higher than that? They possibly could get to 7 and 8, maybe even a 10. Obviously, if Bitcoin starts going up nicely, they could definitely fetch more than that. But we're looking at somewhere between $3.34 and $1.67 is where I think they should be kind of valued at. So they are kind of a little bit undervalued right now from where they should be, based on my data here. All right. Let me know what you guys think of all this, and then we'll talk some more in the comments. Okay, so that's it for Digihost. Let's take a look at the next one, which is going to be on Cypher, I believe.